All right, and there we are. We are live just like that, out of nowhere. It's proof positive that there are trolls among us because you put up I forgot to hook up the internet again. Here I go.
Oh, I was like, did you not even push play?
I don't.
Because I'm still trying to get on.
Anyway, the trolls are out there. You put up a topic that says the best fish keeping YouTube channels. And then somebody comes out and says, and dislikes the video before we even start. 2 people did. I like that. That's fun. All right. So I'm going to do the thing that you dread me
Paul
doing.
Martin. My name is Lisa Paul Martin, not Lish.
I'm going to put the camera on you so that I can turn the internet on. It's going to take me 20 seconds. So you're going to have to snap out of it and put on a show here for 20 seconds.
Okay, well, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and it's Thursday again. Here we are, and hopefully we have a great stream. We're going to be talking about our 10 favorite YouTubers, at least as far as KGTropicals goes. It doesn't mean that we're purposely trying to leave anybody off or anything like that. We have our personal favorites, and we have so many others, so trust me, it was tough. It was not the easiest thing to come up with, but we did it, and I think a lot of people will agree. But anyways, we will be getting into that, not right this second, but we'll get into that shortly. So are you ready? Did you
I think I am.
fix it?
All right, so it might still not be. Hopefully I did not, uh-oh.
Yep. What?
So frustrating. But anyway, I will never forget that again. The funny thing about it is I'm sitting here, I'm getting everything ready, get cameras and lights and microphones and everything's all set up. And I'm like, all right, there's something. I know I'm forgetting something. And you walked in a bad mood and it's like, oh my God. And I knew I forgot something.
It's my fault.
It's got to be. It can't be my fault. No, of course it's my fault. I forgot it again. If you're wondering what it is, I do have a Cat 6 wire, a Ethernet wire, whatever you want to call it, that I run from my modem through the living room, underneath the door, into the garage, and I hook it up just for the streams. And that's what I keep forgetting to do because our Wi-Fi is...
Honestly, I'm not sure how that could be the thing you forget.
It should be the very first thing that I do.
I would think that would be the first thing on your mind every stream.
I disconnect it, Paul, because otherwise there's a wire running across my floor through the hallway into the under the door.
Yeah.
When we get down into the basement, I will actually run the wire and it'll be there all the time and I won't have to worry about it.
That'll be
In
good.
fact, I'll probably hook it up to the iMac and run the stream through that and use this just for, who knows, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're here now. Sorry about that again. It's just not possible to do a stream without there being something that goes wrong. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about tonight. First of all, I'm sure you already said it, but I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. We certainly did. And it's not over yet. We've got family tomorrow, which will be fun, exciting. We had a wonderful day yesterday. We went to extended family's house and it was wonderful and everything was great. And then tomorrow will be my side of the family, which will be fun.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it'll be good. And I was spoiled this year and got the gift that I wanted so badly and have wanted for so long. I got a drone, and I don't physically have it in my possession yet because it's 100% like nobody has it, but it is ordered, and I will be able to pick it up supposedly Tuesday. So very excited about that, and excited about just being able to do little things with that to improve our channel. That's my hope. And I said it to Bob today in his stream. I said, Lisa got me a Mavic Mini, and he was like, you going to fly that around the fish room? No, I'm not going to do that in the fish room. There's a lot of places around here that I can go and have fun with it. So I will be able to just add a little bit of flavor to the channel. That's what I'm hoping to do. I may do a video about the drone just for fun. But it's not like I'm going to become a drone channel. It's just little bits of things will be added to the videos that'll bring a little spice to it and have a little bit of fun with it. So thank you for that, because that was a wonderful gift. Even though I didn't physically have it to unwrap, you got it for me, and that's all that matters.
You're welcome. And you got me a cat house, so I'm really excited about that.
But don't make me look bad. That's not all I got you,
Oh,
though.
yeah, he got me more stuff, too. So I collect clowns, so I got clown stuff. And they're really cool clowns because they're from, like, the 1940s. And that's really awesome because I like the antique clowns. I like the ones that actually look kind of scary. They're my favorite.
I have the same spiel when I walk into these antique stores every single time. And I went into probably 30 antique stores looking for these clowns. I walk in, and it's always a lady working behind the counter, and she'll say, "Hi, can I help you?" And I'll say, "Yeah, I have a weirdo at home that collects clowns." And usually their facial expression is like, "Clowns?" But yeah, so anyway, I bought you a drone too, but it's a vacuum cleaner drone.
Yeah, I got something I've been wanting for a long time, a Roomba. So I'm really excited about that. But for some reason, it doesn't climb stairs, so I guess I have to only have one per floor.
But technically, we both got drones, though, so that's cool. But yeah, I know it's tacky to buy your significant other a vacuum cleaner for Christmas, but I mean, you've said it a million times. I've said it. If I want something, I just go get it. And you're the same way. So it's hard to buy for people, you know. So, hey, you said you wanted a Roomba, so I got a Roomba. Thank you, Bob Kaler, the probably biggest supporter of YouTube channels out there, for the $20 goal super chat. Yeah, hopefully that goal is the drone. Yeah, because I've been wanting one of those for a very long time. I'm so excited about it. Again, just to be able to add a little something. And even when we go on trips and stuff like that, I'll take it with me and get some fun stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's... Yeah. It's a hobby. I told you yesterday, I said this might actually become a problem, because if I get into it, it could become a real big problem. But anyway, enough about drones. Like I said, I may do a video specifically about the drone. And if I do, it'll just be like a bonus video, so it won't be the same. You know, it won't take up content that would typically be fish keeping content.
This is so funny. Desert Fish Keeper said, "Did you get her some pots and pans too?" That was last year.
That was 2 years ago. Last year was the big cat tower thing.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, hey, you know what? When you're where we're at, it's like, what else do you do? It's like, I want things that I need. But then again, a drone is a toy. But anyway, I've done the pots and pans already, and we're still using them to this day. So.
Yep.
But you don't give a whole lot of hints as far as gifts go. So it's hard to know what to get. On the topic of doing that video about a drone and stuff like that, again, like I said, if I make one, I may not, but if I do, it'll be totally a bonus video. Won't take away from the YouTube content or the fish keeping content. But that's kind of a perfect segue into the next thing, which is... you and I done fell into a huge YouTube slump. And it's because there's a lot of reasons for it. One of the main things, somebody just asked about the Hang on the Back series. I made 2 recon. I recorded the last 2 of those today. The main reason why those got put on hold is, for one, we're in a slump, and for 2, my microphone broke. So what I ended up doing was just recording them here with this microphone, and that's how I did it. So there'll be one that'll come out Sunday, and then one that'll come out on Tuesday. But the microphone issue didn't help, and we've been putting a lot of emphasis on preparing for this new series that we're doing. Mm-hmm. And then you add to it Christmas and being overwhelmed with my full-time job and all of this kind of stuff. It's just been a huge slump of a month
it's really
for YouTube.
Been a lot of it is the holidays, because I know for me it's trying to make sure everybody has a gift, getting the right gift, just everything. So, and that was fun, but it's done now. So
It's over.
time to
I
get
am-
back in the groove.
I am blessed that I only have to worry about one person to buy gifts for, and that's you.
Yeah.
So, yes, Terry's Tanks. It is the Mavic Mini with the Fly More package. Of course, had to get those extra batteries. There's been a million videos about the Mavic Mini. That's one of the reasons why I might not do a video about it. But again, what I was thinking would be fun for a video about that would be to have my very first flight be on video, just for fun. But we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, that's what she got me. The Mavic Mini with the Fly More package. Very, very excited about that. So, but the YouTube slump thing, it is real. I think every YouTuber goes through it, and there's a lot of reasons for it. I'm not panicking too much over it because of what we have coming up. We're starting a new series starting in January. I really do think that this new series is going to be a big deal. I really do, because it's going to be something like we've never done before. We're not going to go as extreme. We decided today we're not going to go as extreme as we planned, but we are going to be doing something that we've never done before. To my knowledge, I don't remember it. I don't know anybody has done this before. It's a new way of delivering content, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have that, and then we're also going to begin the process of moving all of this down into the basement, into the new fish room. So it's we're going to have a lot going on starting next month. So I'm not too concerned about the slump. I think we're going to be okay, and I'm actually really excited about the coming months. I think it's going to be good.
And you know what tomorrow is?
Friday.
John, it's a big day for somebody tomorrow.
Is it Candy's birthday?
It's Candy's birthday tomorrow.
What did she say? She was going to be 25?
I thought it was 26, but I could be wrong. It could be 25.
Well, you know.
I don't know. You know, I lose track of years. So
Last time I wished somebody a happy birthday, you were trolling that person and you lied and said it was their birthday. And I was like, oh, happy birthday. And it wasn't their birthday. So, but I
Well-
know it's Candy's because she said that during the stream, which we did with her on Saturday, which was so much fun. So glad that I was able to do that. We were able to do that.
it was the best.
It was a ton of fun. So many people came out for it. And, you know, we made a big commitment in that video or that stream, which I'm really
yeah.
excited about. So
Absolutely.
yeah, big things happening. I wanted to do kind of a YouTube FishTube KGTropicals year in review kind of thing, briefly, and then get into our top 10 list of
It is
the
warm
channels.
in here.
Yeah, well,
I know that was really random, but it's stuffy.
it's usually you saying it's too cold in here. Do you
Yeah.
want me to crack the window?
Would you mind?
But it has to be me, right?
You offered.
Okay. Let me put the camera on you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a little stuffy in here for some reason. I keep the heat. Oh.
Excuse me.
I keep the heat in here on, and I keep it so warm because some tanks need to be heated to the temperature of the room. But if we just crack the window for just a few minutes, it should be fine. It just, I don't know, it's extra stuffy today. And you know what? Also, it was like 55 degrees today in Virginia, so that probably has something to do with it. You want to make sure Reno can't go
I
out?
did.
I would just.
He ain't
go-
getting out of there. I'm not getting back up there again. You want to fix it? You fix it.
Okay.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Jeez. He's not. It's the gap's that big, folks. He's not an octopus. Why even have it cracked? She has the window cracked that much.
Well, I don't want to lose the cat.
If anybody is wondering, Reno is actually doing very well.
Yeah.
He lost his manhood last week, and he's recovered quite well. So just saw a super chat pop through. I need to make sure let's see. What did we have? I missed one too. Clinton, that happened before. No, it was at 9:05 with the 99-cent Australian super chat. Thank you so much, Clinton.
You.
And then Fish Tank Barn, and I can't read it. I hate.
It says #Candy to Chicago.
There we go.
That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Dallas still kind of up in the air. Not for you. It's out of the air for you. For me, still a possibility. It's just all going to depend on the way things line up. It might be one of those deals where I go straight to the airport from graduation, and then come down to the Dallas. But anyway, year in review. This is not something I'm prepared for. I have not prepared anything about this, but it is without a question, without doubt, there is no debate. It's been the biggest year for our channel. Not only, I mean, the numbers are obviously bigger, but in proportion to, percentages and all of that of the past, it's been the year that we've experienced the most growth. We're so proud of that. It puts a lot of pressure on because it's like we got to keep that going. But it's been a big deal, and it started off around this time last year when we introduced 10 things.
Yep.
That's when things kind of took off, and it makes you wonder, well, how come you don't just keep that going? How come you don't keep 10 things? The problem is we kind of ran out of things to talk about on 10 things. We're still kind of bouncing the idea back and forth of maybe doing that again, but we have this other series coming up that we're going to be starting, and hopefully that'll be this year's 10 things. Will be the thing that will keep us going. The biggest thing for me, what 10 things did for us, was not only provide us with a lot of growth, and it got us over that 100,000, which was huge, but it re-energized us. It got us excited about this again. It opened up a whole new world of things that we could do, and that's kind of what this one is.
Well, it got me actually more involved with YouTube, because I wasn't as involved with YouTube until then.
It definitely did. It put you in a more permanent role for that. So
since I'm not as, I guess you could say, I don't have that. I don't know. Sundays and Tuesdays, we kind of go back and forth. There's no specific day. I mean, if I don't do something, you do something, or you're doing it both days, but it's not very routine. It's just, these are going to be the 2 days. You're going to get who you get. And that's how it goes.
Yeah, but I could be wrong, but I bet you've done just as many videos as I have this year.
I don't know.
That are just you.
You've definitely done more.
I don't know. But you know what? It's that excitement, and it wasn't just the excitement that the series was successful. That's one of our most popular video on our channel is a 10 things video, and that's beautiful. I mean, it's been very successful for us, but it's not only that makes me so happy. It was just being able to do something new, because you do the same thing over and over and over again. It gets a little bit boring. That's why I'll do a video where I'm walking down the trail, or I'll do a video when I'm out at the water, or I'll put drone footage in my video. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, where when you're doing something new, not only does it give the viewer something else to see, but it's also exciting for me, the editor, the producer. And that's what 10 Things did for us. And it was a huge deal. I would say the highlight of our year for sure. And then eclipsing the 100,000 mark, that was a really big deal. And to think we're creeping up on 150 already now is just absolutely,
really?
It's just absolute insanity. 142. So yeah, year in review for KGTropicals, I think it's been wonderful.
Yeah, it really has been. I've enjoyed my official entire year being on YouTube, because before I popped in once in a while or did a video 3 or 4 and then maybe another a year later, but I didn't stay consistent at all. not that I'm as consistent as you are, but I do kind of get more involved than I used to, for sure. And I actually enjoy chatting with the community, going on other live streams and chatting and like trolling Bob, or, you know, just listening. Sometimes I lurk, you know, and listen to other streams just because I want to be involved. And even though I don't always, you know, let people know I'm there, I am. I like to listen. I like to hear what other people are doing. And
I struggle, and you have to understand where I'm coming from here, folks. I'm not trying to sound like I'm some kind of conceited person.
I know exactly what you're going to say. You don't want to say anything and then feel like you're taking over the chat or something.
There's absolutely that. But then there's also the 25 people that say, "Hey, John," and I want to say hi back
to every
single one of them. But it's like, now
I'm
I'm flooding this person's chat, and I don't want to. So I do struggle with that a little bit. So most of the time, again, unless it's trolling Bob, right, I'm gonna just sit there and I'm just gonna watch and enjoy myself. UPSer living the dream asks, with the $5 super chat, is API Super Ick Cure a safe product to use with my live plants? My 3 dwarf gouramis and mollies have ick. As far as I know, yes. I don't know that it affects plants at all, but it would be in the directions. If it doesn't say anything in the directions about that, about it affecting plants, then it's not going to affect plants. But
I think one of the best ways I've ever done ick is actually, this is back when we had the fish store, and I remember there was a situation a couple times. I can't recall if it was, I don't remember where the fish came from, so I'm not going to point anybody out. But there was a couple times where I would take the fish and put a dose in the little container.
Right.
The little thing you stick the fish in.
And not even dose the whole tank.
Yeah, I wouldn't even dose the whole tank, and I would like do a ick dip with the fish in there, but just for a few minutes. Because I'm not trying to like overdose the fish. And you could almost see it come right off the fish.
It was weird. It was like snowing.
And then put the fish back in the water and just keep up with water changes. And it seemed to work. But the answer to the question, though, I don't think it will harm plants. Right. I mean, I'm not trying to tell somebody to do that. That is new in the hobby and might, hurt their fish.
Kind of like your algae cure.
Oh,
you don't want to throw that on a new fish keeper.
I mean, it worked, but you really need to be a little bit more familiar with fish care, I think.
I can say very confidently, and I'm going to be studying up on API products here very shortly, hint, hint. I'll be able to tell you with more confidence sooner or later, but as of right this second, I do not think it's a problem. Chad Kratz came through with the $5 and says it is for the Fish Tank Barn Super Chat Fund. That's awesome. That would be the ice cream fund he's referring to. If you see anything going across the screen, it's the cat. He's back on the show, folks. And Mama Cat's doing something with the door. So anyway, year in review, I mean, as FishTube goes, not just KGTropicals goes, I mean, up until the last couple of weeks, it's been a glorious, beautiful community to be involved in. You've had some serious players step up. River Life would be one. Multi-Tank Addiction, King and Queen Cichlids. There's been quite a few. And I'd like to put us in there too, but of people, JH Aquatics, that are really trying to build community, not tear it down, but build it up. And that's been a beautiful thing to be a part of and to watch. So FishTube, I feel like FishTube has gotten stronger. There are people that are going to try to poo-poo it and act like it's some kind of elite club or something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you are a And a YouTube channel with 5 subscribers or 500,000, if you talk about aquariums, you are a member of the fish tube community. This is not a club. It's not something you need to apply to membership for. It is just simply being a channel that talks about aquariums. I have had people say to me, and I've heard other people say, yeah, I'm not allowed in that fish tube thing. I've heard people say, I'm not allowed to go to the booth at the aquatic experience because I'm not a part of that group. And I don't care who it is. I will say to them, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because there is no such thing as a club. If you do, it's almost like saying, I don't have 100,000 subscribers, so I can't call myself a YouTuber. That's dumb. If you've made one video on YouTube, you're a YouTuber. If you've made videos about fish keeping, you are a fish tuber. It's just a play on words. It is all it is. Right. So if you're somebody that is what I just described, you're somebody that's making aquarium related videos, if you want to be a part of the fish tube community, guess what? You already are. And that's been the thing that for me has been one of the most glorious things to watch. The cat just jumped up on the tank, and it's fun to watch him do that. Watching this community grow and be solid and just get stronger and closer. It's been a beautiful thing to watch, and it's been a beautiful thing to be a part of. And to me, that is the thing that has been the most successful in 2019 on YouTube. Forget about us passing 100,000. Forget about Corey passing 300, which is actually really cool.
He's
Forget
almost
about
at 400.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's blowing up. We're going to talk more about him later. It's been a beautiful thing to be a part of and a beautiful thing to see. So that's that. I don't, we could do a year in review. We could do an entire hour and a half on that.
Yeah.
But we got more things that we got to talk about here. Let me get caught up. So I want to make sure I haven't missed any super chats because they don't come through with special colors on my software chat. So it's difficult. I heard someone the other day, and I don't remember who it was, and it might have even been a private conversation, I don't know, about YouTubers like us and maybe other channels not addressing the chat and complaining about that. And I want everyone watching this to know, my software says 311 people. I want all 311 people that are watching this to know that is something that bothers me on every single stream. You don't even know. If I had my way, I would read every comment. I would respond to every single one of them. But if you're watching this right now and you see how fast it's scrolling through, you'll realize that's absolutely impossible to do. Nobody can keep up with that. And if you think ours is crazy, go look at Corey's, because it's like, it's a nonstop scroll. There's no way you can keep up with that. So anyway, I don't know what made me talk about that, but I would love to be able to address every single person that comes through in the chat. I watch some streams that say hi to every single one of them, but they might have 25 people watching. That's not that hard. But when you have 313 people, all I would be doing is saying hi to everybody through the entire stream. So it's impossible for us to do. Cut us some slack here. We're trying our best. Let's talk about, do we have anything? Did you have any what's going on stuff that you wanted to talk about? I'm just going through with my schedule here.
I'm just so thankful I'm done shopping. That was a lot. It was.
I'm happy for you that
Thank you.
You're done.
I'm so glad I'm done shopping.
Yeah.
Now it's back to grocery shopping. Ugh. Yeah. What are you saying for? You don't even go grocery shopping.
Don't you have somebody that you want to thank on the live stream tonight?
I thanked that person today on Instagram.
But don't you want to do it publicly in front of 300?
They asked me not to do that because they don't want to be part. They don't want to take over the stream by me doing that. But I had a very wonderful
Well, listen,
person.
wait a minute. I'm going to interrupt you. She said that to you. She didn't say it to me. Allie Patton
Okay,
today
sorry, Allie.
took care of Lisa's cats. And it was an amazing thing to go to the post office and get the little notice in the P.O. box that we have a package. And the lady behind the counter was like, "Sir, I'm glad you're here," because we both went. "I'm glad you're here because it's a heavy box."
It's heavy.
And it was a box full of canned cat food. And
2 boxes.
That is amazing. Thank you, Allie. Be mad at me if you want for thanking you in
Sorry,
front of all of
Allie.
these people. You are not taking over the stream. We appreciate you very much,
Definitely.
and that was
Thank
very,
you.
very sweet of you. I've said it before.
Look.
I watched Bob. Look how happy this cat
Reno
is.
says
That's because
thank you too, Allie. Thank you, Allie.
I watched Bob the other night. The year in review. We've got to end with this because we've had some. Pardon me, folks. It's 9:30. We've had some bullshit go down in the last couple of weeks on YouTube. Not with us, but on the platform. We've had it go down over the last couple of weeks, and it's been stressful to follow. But then to see Bob's stream.
Oh yeah.
When was that? It wasn't on
2
Christmas,
days.
was it?
A couple days.
It was. I think it
ago.
was his Monday stream. To watch Mile High Plecos and Bob Kaler, and there was another person involved, and I'm sorry, I don't recall who that person was. To watch them, and I am not hinting that this happened with us, folks. I'm not. I'm simply saying this was a pleasure to watch.
It was.
Him get spoiled like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Bob in one live stream received, and it was like within 45 minutes, $900 worth of super chats.
And he deserves it.
The
He
major-
does. He's working so hard right now.
Matthew Vargas, you're right. He's the one. Yeah. There was just, when you put the super chats up, depending on how much your super chat is, the oval stays up at the top. And if you do $100, it's red and it stays up there for like the entire stream. Bob just had a row of red ovals going across the top, and it was beautiful to see. And my guy almost got choked up a little bit in that stream, and I almost got choked up watching it. It was so much fun to watch that, and it just shows that this is a special place.
It really is. When people are down on their luck or having a hard time, having health issues, this community pulls together. The fish tube community pulls together and helps where they're needed. And
Well,
it's
and
just
that's
awesome.
and that's not even necessarily the case with Bob. It's not like Bob's down on his luck. It's they spoiled this man because Bob's a good guy.
He is.
He puts up a tough
yeah.
guy act, but he's a good guy.
Definitely.
And I'm going to share this with y'all, even though I'm probably not supposed to. He texted me after that stream, and he was like, I still don't know what to say.
Aw.
And I said to him, hey, you know what? The people have spoken. I said something like that. And he said, yeah, I don't feel like I'm worthy and all of this. And I said, well, apparently those people in the stream disagree. And it's very, very true. It was so much fun to watch. And you know what? I was so happy for him. I've seen that happen one other time, and that was with Joel. And it's a blast to see that. I actually enjoy watching that happen to other people more than I would enjoy watching that happen with us.
I know. I love
So
it.
that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you to Bob and Matthew Vargas and Mile High Plecos for that. You made me happy by doing what you did. And you know what? I think you made a lot of other people happy too.
And
So
we just, like I said, we have so many wonderful people in the community that do great things for each other, and it's just awesome.
it is a beautiful thing to see. Bobs are full of Bobness. Love that. All right. So main topic time.
Oh, well, we're not going in any specific order as far as, okay, we're going to go back and forth with this. Like John's going to do one, I'm going to do one, but it's not top 10, 1 through 10, or who's number 1 or who's number 10. It's just we're just going back and forth. So at least that's what I'm doing. I don't know if you're
Yeah,
doing that.
I mean, I will tell you that the last one that I tell you is my favorite.
Okay.
And that's the Like from the heart, that's my absolute truth. That's not me saying that that one is the best, but it's my favorite fish keeping channel on the platform. But I also wanted to kind of preface the whole conversation by saying what we're trying to do with this is express to you the channels that we feel like bring the most value to fish keeping. It's not just, I mean, there's tons of channels out there. There's tons of great channels that are not going to be on this list. And we mean no disrespect to those people at all. I mean, I got the utmost respect for anyone that is willing to sacrifice their time to make content to try to make this hobby better. So believe me, if you are someone that is not on this list, like Rob93, I see him chatting. He's a little fella. I met him in Chicago. He's about the same size as you. That guy's awesome. I love that guy's channel. I'm sorry, Rob, you're not on my list because I could only pick 5. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, don't anybody that did not make the list be offended. Right. Don't be ashamed. It doesn't mean we don't like your channel. We don't think your channel is worthy. It's just that we can only pick 5.
So many awesome people, though. It's like
we do have a few. We do have a few honorable mentions. We've got 4 honorable mentions.
And I know for me, I didn't pick mine based on how many subscribers or anything like that. I picked it based on how I feel. Now, the channels I like the most aren't always the same as other people. Like the channels that I like the most may not be the same for you, and vice versa. I mean, we both chose who we thought we enjoyed watching or listening to or whoever the most.
But there's a couple that are on your list that I would have put on my list if you hadn't taken them first.
That is true.
So,
but you can still only pick 5. Remember that.
Yeah, but we do have some honorable mentions.
Vice versa, because you have some too for me. And that's the thing. If I could pick 10 and he could pick 10, then woo, we would have fun with that.
Oh, we could go all night long. But Rack's coming on at 9:30 or 10:30, so we don't have all that much time. Thank you, Fish Room Fever, for the $5 for the hashtag Fish Fam. Who's going first, me or you? Whoever goes second gets the last one. Gets to be the most dramatic. So it's up to you. You pick who.
I wrote mine down because I didn't want to miss points that I wanted to make sure I didn't miss why I like these people. So
do you want to go first then? Or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay.
Because I'm a little nervous. I feel like I'm being put on the spot. It's so weird.
Now, I will tell all of you watching this, once again, there are going to be people that are not going to be on our list, and it might be you. You might say, how come I'm not on the list? Or you might say, how come this person isn't on the list? It doesn't mean we don't love those channels. Like I said, I love any channel that's willing to put up with what a YouTuber has to put up with.
Right.
So don't read into anything. My 5 are the 5 channels that when I see they have uploaded a new video, I get a warm and fuzzy feeling. Like I can't wait to watch it. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, but they don't all give me that feeling. And to be honest, I could have probably made a list of about 20 that give me that feeling, but I was only able to pick 5. So just understand there is certainly some bias here. This is my top 5. So call me biased all you want. Some of these people that are on my list, are my personal friends. So don't, it is what it is. My first one on the list, I got to thank Todd Snake first. Good grief. Because the people watching are like, how dare you, Todd Snake? Drone repair parts. Thank you. With the $20, yeah. Hopefully I do not need that. But thank you very much for that. These are not in any particular order except for my first one. I'm telling you, my first one is my favorite FishTube channel, and I'm not ashamed to admit that it is. But my first one on my list is my guy, and everybody knows he's my guy. And he's been my guy for a while. He is a guy that when I see his videos, he could do a video about a gray Rubbermaid tote, and I would enjoy it. I would feel better after watching it because his videos are almost like therapy. And he's probably the single largest community builder on this platform, dedicates more time than anyone else, as far as I'm concerned, to the building of community on this platform. And that's Rack Cross from the River Life.
Oh, yay, Rack.
Rack's videos.
I didn't know you were number one.
Well, we're not going in any order,
Oh,
remember?
true. I just said that, but I didn't know you were going to say him first.
Rack is not only a dear friend, somebody that it's actually, I got a lot of people that I know on YouTube, but there are a few that I call friends. And Rack is definitely one of them. Rack has been to my home. He's one of only 2 YouTubers that can say that. And I would not have had him to my home if he was not my friend. I love that man. I love his wife. I love everything that they stand for. So that is the number one thing about his channel, is the person that he is. Yes. Not only does he deliver very solid, very good advice and share projects with you and stuff like that, but he does it in the most amazing, soothing voice at the same time.
Awesome.
And I'm telling you right now, anyone that has anything negative to say about Rack Cross, I will fight you. So come and see me in Dallas or in Chicago. You can't talk bad about my guy Rack. So there you go. That's my number 5, but in no particular order, The River Life. If you haven't already, check out his channel. Let's get him over 3,000 before the end of the year. That'd be a lot of fun.
I would love for that to happen. Because I told him that he had it. He had it in him. He could get to 3,000 by the end of December. And I just want that to happen so much. Gosh. Anyway.
Before you do yours, can I shout out?
Rack would have been on my list too, but.
Yeah. I mean, her list is my list and my list is her list,
yeah,
folks. There was a super chat that came through from Melissa Jeswald. Insurance for damaged drone creates. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I'm one of those people that's going to be so anal. I'm going to go so slow with it. I hopefully won't need repair funds, but thank you very much for that. Go on, young lady. You're first on the list.
Mine isn't in any particular order either, but okay. I really enjoy women in the FishTube community. I think it's important that women get more involved. And I think we need even more women in the FishTube community. And there is one woman who in particular she's inspired me to get back into the FishTube community, whether she knew it or not. But Reno, please watch out. She did. And it's like, this person, you can go on her channel and you can listen to her talk about fish. You can listen to her talk about plants, shrimp, almost anything. And you're going to come out of that with knowing so much more than what you knew before you actually started watching the video. And the person I'm talking about is Rachel O'Leary. And she's just a really good person. And if you got to know her, you would know she's very good-hearted, not just on the camera, but off the camera. And I'm happy to call her my friend too. So if you haven't checked out Rachel, you really need to. You can learn so much from her channel. Like I said, plants, shrimp, nano fish, bigger fish, Oscars. I mean, wild betas, she knows. And that to me is a really good person to go follow, go watch, and you'll learn a lot from her. So, and she's a woman and we got to stick together. So there you go.
No smelly dudes on the list. We've got to shout out Bob Kaler. He's brought that fight over here to us now. with the $50 super chat. We do not deserve you, Bob. We've never even met this man in person, yet he spoils us every single week. Some red to go with the member green. It's still Christmas season. You're an amazing human being, Bob. Thank you so much for that. And I want to say you did a good job explaining, Rachel. You want to know why? Candy put the link up before you even said the name.
Oh.
She knew who you were talking about. Did you give her your list?
Yeah.
You did. Shame. Shame.
Because
shame.
I didn't want her to have to sit there and, scrounge together.
She don't know my list, does she?
I told her I knew of 3.
All right. Well,
and maybe 2 others.
the next one on my list is a guy that I know a little bit more than you probably think I do, because him and I talk all the time, and we talk about our channels. We talk about trying to help each other with our channels. He is one of the big dogs on this platform as far as YouTubers go, and the best compliment that I can give this man is every single aquarium he touches turns out to be absolutely gorgeous. And I mean gorgeous to a level, I love George Farmer. I'm not talking about George Farmer here, people. I don't want people to get confused, but it's that level. Like, George Farmer is elite as far as aquascaping goes. And this guy I put at the same level. I think that he could make money aquascaping tanks. I guess technically he does on YouTube. But not only that, I think he knows a lot more about fish keeping than he puts out on the channel, because his primary focus on his channel is aquascaping. And he's brilliant at that. But the start of his channel was all very in-depth, scientific. The dude even wore a lab coat in his videos. Very scientific. It was very science oriented. I'm talking about Aqua Pros.
Oh.
My list is not based on subscriber count. He's twice the size of mine. But that's not why I'm talking about any channel. It has nothing to do with subscriber count. I'm not praising bigger channels. Mike's not even watching this. So I'm not doing this to get attention from him. I appreciate what he does very much. And I appreciate the conversations that him and I have on the phone and when we meet up at these events, because I'm able to talk about things with him that I'm not able to talk about with other people and stuff like that. So it's a beautiful thing. He's helped me quite a bit. And hopefully I've helped him, although I don't know. But if you want to see absolutely gorgeous aquariums, that's the channel to go to. Aqua Pros, Mike is his name. He is an amazing aquascaper. And like I said, every tank you look at that he does is gorgeous. And he's damn smart when it comes to fish keeping too. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to him, you're doing it wrong. He is a blessing to this community, and you should all be watching his channel. And I think you probably are, because he's got so many subscribers. So, okay, there you go. You're next.
Okay, so my number 2 is actually 2 people, because I like them equally as far as what they do. And again, I'm rooting for the women here, and they really deserve to get credit for what they do. These 2 are absolutely amazing artists, and they do awesome work as far as drawings and the aquarium, fish drawings. And I know one of them does more than just fish drawing. But I'm going to say Priscilla, MK Art, and 54 Punchy, Pam. I think that both of them deserve to have people go check them out, follow them, go watch their videos, see how well they do at their drawings. I've met Priscilla in person, and she's just a sweetheart. I love Priscilla. She just did a video recently on shrimp mantis, I think. It's a saltwater fish, and it was great. She did a wonderful job. And if you don't already know, some people do know, but 54 Punchy does a lot of live streams and stuff. So you should go check out Priscilla and Pam. So those are my two women artists. I don't want to leave out Chris because he is an amazing artist, but
She's rooting for the women here.
Rooting for the women here.
A little biased. That's fine. No, that's definitely a good list, and you're absolutely right. Priscilla is a sweetheart, and Pam is too, but we just haven't met her in person yet. We will,
Not
though.
yet.
Tater Salad came in, I don't know what DKK is, but $50 for the wine fund. Oops, wrong channel. You've actually left the wine drinking world. Well, kind of, for the most part, right? Anyway, and I love the name. That's
cute.
I'm going to say Tater Salad, but
I love the name Tater Salad. Yeah. It's adorable.
All right, my next one. I don't think any of these are going to be a surprise to anyone that's watching this as far as my list goes. They're going to expect all of yours to be women, but they're not. Although the one that's not a woman, kind of feminine. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there.
I actually have two guys on my list.
Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, yeah, you're right.
But we're going to make them be last.
So my list really isn't going to come as a surprise to really anyone. But this next one is a channel that when I came back from my break, like Rack, I had never even knew this channel existed. But the first thing I noticed when I saw this channel was, hey, it's a bald white guy with tattoos. I know that. That's kind of, I got something in common with this guy. But not only that, it's not a bald brotherhood type thing. It's more, this is going along with the trend of my list and your list as well. It starts with the people first. The person first, and then it moves on to the content, and then it moves on to all of those other things. And this is an amazing human being. Not only him, but his wife and his sons, and it's an amazing family. Mm-hmm. And like us, she has started to become
and I really
more
wanted
involved.
Them to be on my list too, but
and yeah, I stole them from you. But everybody knew that Primetime Aquatics was going to be on my list. Jason is a professor, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. He is a professor of biology, specializing, I'm going to say it all wrong, but specializing in fish health and disease or something like that. If there's anyone that we should be getting advice from on fish keeping, it's that
definitely.
Dude.
I mean, he's teaching his wife so much too, and they're such good people.
It would be one thing for me to just say, oh, the guy makes good videos, but he's an amazing man at the same time. And Joanna is a doll. I adore her. I'll save it for the end, but this is going to seem really weird when I say this, but I had a dream about being in their home.
Oh, that's
at
weird.
The Aquatic Experience. I'll talk about that at the end of the show here tonight. But it was while we were at the Aquatic Experience, and I walked up to Joanna that morning and I said, "Hey, I dreamt about you last night." And she was like,
"Really weird." Especially when the Aquatic Experience, people were getting like. I mean, we had to say who we were with a couple of times.
Yeah, but
it was so funny.
It was not an inappropriate thing, folks. I dreamt about going to their fish room, and so she was there. So it's not like I was dreaming about Jason's wife. But we had some fun with that. But let me tell you something. I talked about with Rack the community building side of this thing. Jason, and Joanna too. Joanna wandered off with you a couple times, but Jason stayed at the YouTube booth the entire weekend. Why? It's not because he wanted to feel like a celebrity. It's because he wanted to be there with the people.
Yeah, he totally believes in community and just helping.
Absolutely amazing.
They're
and
a great
he's
couple.
at every event, and Joanna's been going with him.
They go to clubs together. They're just so involved.
They are an asset to this hobby. They are an asset to the FishTube community and to YouTube as a whole. Their channel is done blowed up this year, and it's not slowing down, and that's very good.
It.
So yes, I can't imagine that you haven't heard of their channel, but if you haven't, definitely go over there. I'm sure Candy has already shared the link because Candy's the best. So yes, the guy's a professor. He's very relatable. These are the things that I wrote down. I took down little notes. Very easy to listen to and easy to understand. He doesn't overcomplicate things with scientific mumbo jumbo. And the last note that I wrote down was husband and wife. Like, I mean, it's very similar to our situation here. We're working together. I'm bald. She's got black hair. Joanna's got black hair. And
she wears
Jason's
glasses
bald.
too,
And yeah,
sometimes.
there's a lot of similarities there. So I'm just not as good looking as Jason. That's all. But that's a good looking man right there. So anyway, that's the best compliment I could give to him.
Crazy.
So yeah, there you go. Your turn.
Okay. So the third one on my list is another woman. Shocker.
I'm surprised.
And this person, I've told her before in person that she is one of the reasons too that I got back into YouTube and fish keeping. She actually made me feel so good at the aquatic experience last year that I went off and did my first video that I had done in like a couple years because I'd had a conversation with her and another fish tuber, and they just made me feel better. Like, you got this, you can do this. And it was just so cool because they even knew who I was. Because last year when I went to the aquatic experience, there were a lot of people that didn't even know who I was. They knew who John was, but, oh, there's, what's her name? There's John, and, oh, there's that other person. That's the way I kind of felt with some people. Not everybody, of course, but this person came up to me and just made me feel really good, and it made me want to do videos again, or at least that day do a video. And she's just a really good person, and like I said before, it's not about channel size, it's about content, it's about how you make others feel, and building up the community. Getting a little. My person is Susie Q. Sorry.
Look at you.
I don't mean to get like that, and I'm not going to look at chat, but
Q Aquatics is the name of the channel.
She's a great lady. She's super awesome. She's had her share of things in life, but she's overcome. And she's just a really good fish keeper and a great person, and she deserves a shout out. So, sorry.
Whew.
Phew, I gotta stop.
Help me, Jesus.
Anyways, go check out Susie Q. She's awesome. Her live streams are hilarious, and I lurk all the time. So
Yeah, I'm always on there too. But again, I don't say anything because, But anyway, that was very sweet of you, by the way. Petsotics came through with the $5 on mine and said, Jason is a good guy. I saw him at Aquashella and always see him at Fish Club's. Good guy. Did I see you? Did we meet at Aquashella? Because I met so many people there, and I've met a lot that I have seen in the chat since then, and I always feel so rude because it's hard for me to remember. But you're absolutely right. Jason's a good dude. And you know what? Everyone on this list, they're all great people. And that is one of the first criteria that they have to meet to be able to make it on this list. But that doesn't mean there's not other channels that aren't good people. So
yeah, I mean, there's so many good channels.
On the topic of good people, this next one, my whole list is dudes, folks. I mean, her whole list so far has been women. My whole list is dudes, unless you want to consider Jason's wife in there, Joanna. She's a sweetheart. But this next one, I'm actually friends with his wife too, and she is a rascal. She's a troublemaker. But this is, when I think about the perfect YouTube channel, when it comes to a particular niche, when you're involved in a particular group. When I think about the perfect channel, I think about a channel that's going to deliver good information, great information. It's going to help people, and it's going to do it in a wide variety of ways. And this channel that I'm talking about right now epitomizes that. It is, this guy is doing things, this guy and his crew, if that gives you a hint of who it is doing things at a level that no one else on the platform is doing it. No disrespect to any other channel, but there's no one on this platform in the fish keeping community that's doing it like this guy does. And it shows in the results because he's one of the biggest channels we've got. When you look for good, great information and you look at variety, what better variety is there than a guy that'll do a video in Japan one week and then one in Israel the week after that,
right?
And then one 2 weeks later in Peru, all over the world. And I'm standing with this guy at these events and there's people telling him, well, I want to bring you here and take you there. And this guy is a world traveler. He's the only one that we have that does this. And again, it's one of those things where when he puts up a video, it doesn't matter what it's about. It's getting a click from me. It's a guarantee every single time. I'm talking about who else but Aquarium Co-op. I'm talking about Corey. Yes, Corey is a friend of mine. He's one of the people that I consider a true friend, not just somebody I know from the internet. He is a guy that I am lucky to call a friend. He's done more for me than you can imagine. And what makes him a great guy is that he would say, I do that for him too.
He's awesome. And so is his wife.
She is. And of course I'm being silly when I say she's a rascal. She's just fun. She's a blast.
Really good people.
And time that I am able to spend with him, I know this sounds weird coming from another man, but it's time that I cherish because I always learn something from him. You're not going to talk about a lot of things like from childhood and talk about philosophies and stuff like that. When it comes to Corey, you're going to talk about fish keeping. You're going to talk about YouTube. You're going to talk about the business. There's not much deviating from that. But that's fine with me. That's a huge part of my life. So I have no problem with that. He's an amazing human being. And I think that even though he gets quite a bit of credit, I don't know that he gets enough from the community. I think he used to, and I think people are slacking off a little bit now in crediting him for everything that he's done for this community. There is no more powerful force in this community than him right now. And believe me, I know this from talking to companies. They will tell me, we never even considered doing anything like this until we met him and saw him. So right. Trust me, folks, this guy is making a huge impact on this hobby, not only from a content standpoint and providing one of the best websites, retail websites. So from a business standpoint, a YouTube standpoint, a fish keeping content, but he's impacting the hobby too.
And he's bringing this community together.
Absolutely, he is.
And that makes a huge difference. When you're bringing a community together to help each other and not trying to break it apart, it's just a win-win.
It absolutely is. And there is no one doing it better than him right now, as far as community building, as far as content, because again, who else is going to do videos from all over the world? It's just not out there. So much respect, the utmost respect for Corey, not only as a businessman, as a YouTuber and fish keeper, but also as a friend. So I don't know what more I can say about him. I could talk all day. We could do a whole hour and a half long Aquarium Co-op live stream if we wanted to, but of course we could do that about all these channels. So before you get to yours, Allie Patton, as if she hasn't spoiled us enough already today, with the $20 #FishFam, now we're all sappy.
Oh gosh. I'm not going to be that way anymore.
And I'm gonna, with my last one, which of course you get to go first, but there's gonna be no sappiness in my last one. My last one is just, it's just the guy. So,
just a guy.
not just the guy, but he's just, there's nothing to like break down about. He's just, okay, I don't want to spoil it. You go. Your turn.
All right. So this guy, it's a guy. This is a guy. I actually chose a guy this time. And it's somebody that we've known for a very long time, back when we had the fish store. It is another African cichlid YouTuber. He is an amazing person. He is a good person. He's an inspirational person. And I will give you one hint at who this person is. Holla!
I mean, yeah.
Jay Wilson. He is just a really good guy. He knows what he's talking about. He, for some reason, I think he should have like 3 times more subscribers than he already has. But you know what?
Sean's working him too much.
Well, he's just an overall great guy. And there is a video that he did. I wrote it down because I didn't want to mess it up saying it. But my favorite video that Jason did was, or that Jay did, well, his real name is Jason, but Jay. His my favorite video is 1,000 miles for a fish tank. And he did a video taking a fish tank to a veteran, and it was just, you want to talk about sappy. That was sappy. It was so emotional for me to watch that. And you know, like I said, Jay's just an overall good guy, and for him to do that, it was great. It was awesome. And he's another community builder too, and he's just, like, you know, John said, super busy. So I don't think he's not making quite as many videos as he used to, but he's doing good stuff. So go check out Jay. Let's get him up there, because he deserves it. He's got a great wife and a cute little boy too. He's so cute.
Jay and I have gotten to know each other a lot more over the last year. We've known each other since like 2013, but we became friends this year. And there's absolutely no chance whatsoever that he's actually watching this right now. But yeah, that's another one that I value as a friend too. And Corey just came in, literally 2 minutes too late. Corey, sorry, you missed it.
Where's Corey? I don't see
I just saw him pop up in the chat. So yeah, you missed it, Corey. Gotta rewind once we're done here. I guess you can actually rewind live. So, okay, mine's next, right?
Sure.
My last one on my list. Again, this is my favorite YouTube channel, and it would be one of my favorite YouTube channels as a whole. I've got a lot of channels that are my favorites that are not fish keeping channels, but this one is absolutely one. I have no notes written down about this one because I don't need them. I don't need to have notes written down about this channel because it's just going to come out of me. It's going to come, whatever it is that I want to say. But this one is my favorite. And the reason why, there is no one on this platform that's putting more time and more effort into their videos in all of the FishTube community. And I mean, when I say this, you'll understand once I get to reveal who it is. But it's not only for his channel that he is putting in the time, and being someone that idolizes good content creators, good editors, people who have a talent with the computer to be able to take something that is mediocre and okay and make it something that is downright gorgeous to see. And not only that, but do it in a way that is it's awe-inspiring. I mean, I've talked a lot about YouTubers like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hapoya, I think is how you say his name, Casey Neistat. These are guys that could talk about a brick wall and they'll make it fun and entertaining. Well, that's what Jimmy Swisky does for this community. Is he could do a video literally about an empty aquarium and make it the most beautiful, the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen. And I think one of the things that is the most appealing about him, he's the humblest guy on the planet.
Oh, he is.
You tell him, Jimmy, you're brilliant at what you do. He's like, oh, whatever. I got a lot to learn. It's like he wants to act like he doesn't know anything, but the guy is an absolute genius. I know by looking at it, because that's what I want to be. That's what I aspire to be. I aspire to have the talent that he does with editing and with software and with his computer and with the cameras that he uses and all of that. When Jimmy talks, I listen because I'm going to learn something from that guy. His channel is growing very well, but it should be growing significantly faster than it is, because he is a true savant when it comes to this. And I can tell you this, and it is with the utmost respect, when you look at one of Jimmy's thumbnails, first of all, he probably spent 3 hours making that thumbnail. But second, don't even consider what that video might be when you see that thumbnail and you read that title. No matter what it is, watch it. Because what I can promise you is that guy is going to deliver a piece of content to you like you've not seen on any other channel on this platform when it comes to the fish keeping community. He's going to do it in a way that's going to keep you engaged. He's going to do it in a way that's going to make you fall in love with not only fish keeping, but content creation. And he's going to, if you're a YouTuber, he's going to make you want to be a better YouTuber. So my last one on the list, again, my favorite out of everybody, not saying the best, but my favorite is Swisky. I still hate that name, but that's the name of his channel. And he is an absolute genius. Go and check out his channel. Candy spoiled it for me. She put the link up before I even said who it was.
Well,
but
it was obvious.
it's okay, Candy. But there's a reason why almost every big YouTube channel has tried to steal Jimmy from Corey, because he's an absolute genius. So there you go. That's my guy. So it's your turn now.
All right. So my last one. Oh, boy.
She's about to cry here, folks.
Oh, I'm not going to cry. This person is not a woman.
Or is he?
He is one of those people that will tell you like it is. He will be honest with you. He really doesn't care if whatever. I mean, he's just going to say it. And that's what I like about this person. He knows what he's talking about, but if he doesn't, he'll just say,
I don't know.
I don't know. But at least he's honest about it. This is a great person, someone that's working really hard. Another person in the community that's helping to build the community, and just like I said, an overall good person and deserves everything that he gets, even when I troll him, and that's going to be Bob Steenfot. And I have other things that I could say too. I mean, not just all that, what I just said, but he does a lot, not just for the community, but for like animals. And like last year, that video that he did, he did a live stream to get money to help to take to a shelter. And then he did a video on when he did take everything to the shelter, and it was just so sweet. And then, what was it, like a few months after that, he did what do you call those things? A fundraiser type thing, where he got money so that he could send Caleb his first gecko. And that was really sweet. And we got to see Caleb in a video, and it was just so awesome. You know, so this guy helps to build the community too. So there you go. That's my last one.
He wants to play the tough guy act, but that's a soft teddy bear in there. And he really is a good dude. I know him on a personal level, and that's a good guy. He's a little off. He's not all there all the time. He's the guy that during the aquatic experience, he'll be like, "Where's Bob?" And when you find out where he was like walking the streets of New York City by himself at midnight. It's like, what? He's a little off, but yeah, a lot of love for Bob. Another guy that if you tell him he's good at what he does, he's going to say you're an idiot. And that's one of the qualities that I love about people when they don't know how good they are. I love that. Now, I do have some honorable mentions here, and this is just for fun because we want to. Bob eats ribs for dessert. See, I just did what I hate. See, this is another thing, I just did it. I'm guilty because I saw Corey pop up and I went and read his. I hate when people do that with me. When people skip over a bunch of comments from other people, but because they see I said something that it's another reason why I don't comment in chats. But anyway, you didn't do anything wrong, Corey. Don't misunderstand me. How do you want to do the honorable mentions? You want to just blast through them, or do you want to go into detail about any of them? Or I have a list here. I don't know if you have a list of your own of honorable mentions or what.
You put down the honorable mentions, I thought.
This is the list. Oh, look.
Aww.
I'm going to go through this, and I'll say a thing or two. We got 15 minutes left. Thank you, Bob. That was very nice of you. So these are channels that we love for the same reasons that we loved all of those other ones. These are people that are having an impact. These are people that are affecting the community. These are people that are building the community. Mm-hmm. And some of them that have more talent in one finger than I have in my entire body. And it really bothers me because I want to be as good as he is. With that one, I'm talking about Sean Peck from Peck Tech. Again, absolutely no chance that he's watching this right now. He's not, because he's probably painting a figurine or something, or doing something productive instead of. No, I just insulted everybody that's watching this. I didn't mean it that way, but
okay,
there's
next
way that Sean is watching this, but I
leaving.
love that guy. I have shared a hotel room with that man, and I will never do it again because he snores too loud. I adore Peck Tech, not only for him as a person, but again, like I said with Jimmy, you don't know what you're going to get with that guy. Sometimes you get him in spaceships flying around and stuff. It's an amazing, amazing channel. How can you talk about community building? How can you talk about good, unbelievable human beings and not mention Rob and Amanda from Flip Aquatics?
Yes.
They are the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Rob was live streaming earlier today. I feel like a better person knowing that man. And his wife, Amanda, is a doll.
Awesome.
I love every second that I get to spend with them. And again, when you talk about community building, if they're not on the list, then your list is wrong. Do you want any of these, or do you want me to just say them all?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Put the list together.
Lucas Bretz, love that guy. I love the fact that he looks like Jesus. He just looks like the craziest hippie out there, but that's a good dude, and super, super knowledgeable about fish keeping. And again, he has employed fish keepers, that are aspiring YouTubers and stuff. I mean, just a good man, a good human being. And he has one of the cutest kids on the planet. Enzo Tazawa, I put on my list because who doesn't love Zenzo? I mean, I love what he's doing. Again, he's trying to mix things up and he's trying to do things different. And I respect that about anybody. Love what he's doing. Multi-tank addiction made my list of honorable mentions, and it is absolutely not, I promise you it is not, because he sent us 2 absolutely amazing custom art pieces that he made specifically for us. No, It's not because of that. I would have said it before that, and it's because, again, like you said about 54 Punchy earlier, he's doing things that other fish keepers aren't doing. He's doing art live on his live stream, which that takes balls, folks, to do that, because if you mess up, you're messing up on live YouTube, like I just did earlier by insulting every single person in the audience. I love that guy. I love giving him a hard time about disguising himself as me when we were at the Aquatic Experience. That was a lot of fun. I love just poking the bear with that guy. He's a lot of fun.
He's
and
awesome.
if you thought for 1 second that my list of favorite YouTube channels to round out the year of 2019, if you thought that list was not going to include King and Queen cichlids, you have lost your damn mind. Because of course they are going to make my list. And I say they because Liz is a huge part of that channel. Even though she may appear sparingly in the actual edited videos, she's in every live stream, and she keeps that live stream going.
Just to keep him like on track, like I do you.
Just like you do with me, absolutely. Scott and Liz are friends. We have been treated to dinner by them. That didn't buy our friendship, though. We were friends with them before that happened. We've spent time with them. They're good people. And you know what? I kind of wish the list could have just been them because of what's been going on over the last couple of weeks. No, I'm not going to talk about it. But you know what? Whether all of this BS was happening over the last couple of weeks or not, they would have still been on my list because I appreciate what they're doing. Again, I'm not going to crap on somebody if I disagree with them. I actually don't disagree. I don't disagree with Scott. But the guy puts a lot of effort and a lot of time into it, and I know he does because he'll message me at 12:30 at night on a work night asking me something about YouTube and stuff. He's dedicated to not only the hobby but also the craft of YouTube, and he's a good human being at the same time. So, yep, that rounds off my list of honorable mentions. Again, real quick, if you want to hear my entire list, very, very quick and all of that. River Life, Aqua Pros, Primetime Aquatics, Aquarium Co-op, and Swisky. Yours was Rachel. You say it.
Rachel, Priscilla, 54 Punchy, Susie Q, Jay Wilson, and Bob Steenfort.
Bob Steenfort. And the honorable mentions: King and Queen Cichlids, Peck Tech Flip Aquatics, Multi-Tank Addiction, LRB Aquatics, and Tazawa Tanks. There you go. There is our list, folks. That's it. That's 7 minutes we've got left.
And anybody who wasn't on there, we still, I mean, it's not, there are other people, there are definitely other people that I would have loved to have said, but it's like we could go on and on and on and on because there really are a lot. But these are probably, we would say, round off the top 20.
of our top 20, sure.
Yeah, definitely, because not everybody is the same. I mean, we may have said people that you have no interest in even going to watch, and that's okay. This is just our list.
Well, and don't take it. I know there are some larger channels that we did not have on this list. Do not take that to mean that we dislike those channels or that we have beef with those channels or anything like that. It's not that way at all because we don't play games like that. This was our list from our heart, and we both put our list together in about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like that. It was the first 5 that come to mind from each of us. And then we did have to fight back and forth a little bit about who gets who.
Yeah,
but
just a couple.
Because we did, I mean, Bob was going to be on my list. Rachel was going to be on my list. I could have put any of them on my list.
Right.
I adore Susie Q. There's nobody that you put on that list that I would disagree with. Like,
There's just, there were a couple that needed to be on my list and not yours. Like, you couldn't have had Susie. I'm
sure,
sorry.
I could.
No, you could not have had Susie.
Whatever. You can't have Susie Q all to yourself.
There's a reason why I chose Susie. You couldn't have, you couldn't have had Susie the same way I have to have Susie. We're fighting over you, Susie.
I understand. That's fine. Let me see. I want to make sure I got all of these super chats because there's been some that, oh, what has happened here? Okay. Bob Steenfott said, love you guys with the $5. That's very nice of you. 54 Punchy, thank you, John and Lisa. Am trying not to tear up. Love you guys.
Aw, you're
That's
welcome.
very sweet of you. Uh-oh, one of them just disappeared.
They took it back.
Maybe they did. Nathan Benningfield, I really like the filter review series. Keep them up. Yep, there's going to be one coming up on Sunday. Thank you for that. I think it was Hung Chow that I missed. Let me see if I can find him. Aquariums maintained by Andy. Thanks, guys. Thank you for that very much. That's becoming a name that we see quite regularly in the chat here. Hung Chow, it always comes in with the F heart you, which I think means effing love you. I hope that's what it means, not F you. But anyway, I bought a new 75-gallon, deciding between cichlid only or full aquascape with nanofish. Never done either with a 75-gallon. What would you do? I would do the aquascape with the nanofish, because you're kind of limited as to the cichlids that you could put in a tank that size. So yeah, let's go with the let's go with all the pretty plants and get you some small fish. You'll love that.
Yeah,
That'll be a lot of fun.
Go over there to Aquarium Co-op and order your plants.
Well done, ma'am.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Where do you think I got my plants from? I mean, hello.
We did get a new member too that I don't think I shouted out earlier. Hopefully you're still here, Josh Miller. Welcome to the channel memberships, my friend. Very glad to have you. So this has been a lot of fun. I actually thought on a couple of mine, I might get a little whimpery lip on them. I'm surprised I was able to refrain from that.
Why? Because you didn't like it all like me. I mean, I can't believe I did that, but it was from the heart.
Well, then
Like
that's how
I
you know
said,
it's real.
Susie really got me back into it again, and it was awesome. But anyway, I'm not going to start.
So is there a number? What number are you looking for, Zen Ginger? A number what?
A hashtag.
Oh, a hashtag.
Hashtag for Rack.
Yeah, of course he's a 45-year-old guy.
I know. 3,000. We have to get him
like
to 3,000. 3,000.
Hashtag 3,000 this week. No, that's too long.
No, just
3,000.
Hashtag 3,000.
Yep, there it is. Thank you, Zen Ginger. I was like, a number for what? Of course, I'm an old man. But yeah, folks, we are all going to have to go over to the River Life live stream. I am going to have to take a break and, go pee and do all of those things. And then I'll be over there, not saying anything.
Me
because
either, probably.
If I say things, then, But yeah, if you want to know why I said the things that I said about Rack when I put him on my list, he would have been on yours too.
Oh, heck yeah.
If you want to know why, click that link that was just put up there. Go over to, his live stream is called the River Life Community Tank, folks. Come on.
Yeah,
it's not a play on words.
Sweet.
That is, there's a reason why that is the name of his stream. Head over there, hashtag 3000. And show that guy some love. We got to get him over 3,000 before the end of the year. We've only got a few days. So,
3,000.
Yep. Lots of fun tonight. You were in a bad mood before we started. You're in a good mood now, aren't you? It happens every time we do the live stream. It just puts us in a good mood. And then we go upstairs and crash because it is exhausting. But anyway, this was a lot of fun, folks. I'm going to say goodbye, but I'm going to leave it to you to say the final words.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. It was interesting and fun for us to put our list together, but it's, like I said, our opinions and, of who we like a lot and we think you would enjoy too. So go check out these people. Go check out Rack. Let's get him to 3,000 and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Oh, I got to find the finish button.